Hey cats, Joe Schmo Thursday show here. Today we're going to touch on britneygriner, we're going to touch on Biden's a couple times, and Project Veritas, as usual, uncovers some disgusting, disturbing shit. You know the deal, you want to hit? There you go.
Well, let me run it down to you, communist, homosexual, faggot, dipshit, motherfucker. Fuck you! That's why! Cause fuck you! That's why! Cause helmets suck, that's why! And commies like you swallow!
Good morning, savages. Thanks for stopping by here, Joe Schmo Thursday show. Like I said, we have a few topics to touch on today. Three of which really involve Biden. Two directly about Biden, and then Project Veritas. All right, we'll start off with Biden trading the Lord of War for britneygriner. What a fucking joke here. And it's a joke it's not funny, haha. You know what I'm saying? They're literally trading this dude that plays basketball and likes to break international laws, apparently. We all know that this dude brought, cannabis carts into Russia, which they consider cannabis still highly, highly illegal. And obviously, before you go into these countries, anyone that's your handler, manager, the team that they're with, whatever, you'd think that they would have explained these rules in great detail. Not to mention, anyone with common sense knows that you cannot fly with drugs. All right, regardless of how you see cannabis, regardless if you use it, what have you, it's still considered a drug and is still illegal through most of the planet, and you will be punished accordingly. So basically, they traded this dude for Victor Bout. All right, who is the Lord of War, basically. This was a dealer in death. The man is probably solely responsible for the death of thousands of people, yet they thought that Griner, this dude that chose exactly what happened here, was just as important or worth trading someone with a 25-year sentence. Pretty light, if you ask me, for the crimes, yada yada, but the Biden admin legit just looked at this as, a foreign, policy win, when in reality it's a loss. I mean, you look like a complete stooge, right? And then, we actually have a teacher that was teaching in Russia who is currently in a gulag work camp. But they decided to go for Griner instead because of the publicity, obviously, and the fact that he's not white. For real. I mean, change my mind, man. All right, so moving on. Here we go. The old bedridden's admin has announced that they are going to give unions from the American Rescue Plan, they're going to give unions $36 billion of your money. All right? To offset the costs of their retirement plans, okay? And again, these are union workers, all right? They I'm sure the vast majority make more than the average American. They're protected as far as anyone that's ever dealt with a job with unions. You know that these fools will protect their people, even if they're caught online smoking fucking crack. They will make sure you still got a job and the company you work for pays for your rehab, right? These people have collectively bargained companies right out of existence. They set the standard for the overpriced goods that are made in America. They are the shining star example of someone that thinks they deserve $30 an hour to do fucking stupid shit. And yeah, there is unions that pipe fitters and whatnot that are some hardworking dudes, right? But the vast majority of these unions are for auto companies and auto manufacturers and whatnot. And if you've ever been a guest at a Ford plant or anything like it, you know that this is a production line. So each person does the minimal amount of work. They get a shit ton of time off, tons of paid vacations, and fucking top edge fucking health insurance, yada yada yada. but they've bargained themselves damn near out of existence, so now it's your job to offset the retirement of rail workers. Right? Fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? These people will never get enough of stealing from you and giving to people that they see as supporting them. All right? This is just one more step in the robbery and the upshift of wealth. They are taking from the have-nots to give to the haves. And there's not a fucking thing anyone can do that will change my mind on that aspect. Fuck a union and fuck your weak ass for thinking that you need one. Flat out, man. If you can't negotiate your own wage or you can't set in your own mind what your labor's worth, bro, you are the problem. Okay? Not the dude that's willing to bargain with you and give you $12 an hour if you accept it. Okay? You are the problem. All right, then we'll move on here. Project Veritas, all right, just released a video. And they've uncovered, of course, what is some sick, deviant shit in schools. This one happened to be in a private school in Chicago. The dean, the dean of the school, decided that, they not only are they going to have Pride Week, right, but they're going to have some LGBT medical, professionals come in and teach kids about dildos and butt plugs and spit versus lube, right? And, they asked the guy, how old are your students? He says 14 to 18, right? These are high school students, okay? And this is a private school, but he refers to them as children himself. And if anyone has children, or obviously we've all been, you know as well as anyone else that when you're 14 to 18, you are a fucking child. You are still a sponge absorbing information, and you are a child, not yet mature enough to make your own decisions. And the vast majority of the time when people in that age group are left to make their own decisions, they make the wrong ones. I mean, look at it from your own anecdotal experience. All right? Check this video out real quick. I'll let you see it for yourself. Sick shit.
I've been the dean for 4 years. During Pride, we do a Pride Week every year, and I had like our LGBTQ plus health center come in. They were passing around butt plugs and dildos to my students, talking about queer sex, using lube versus using spit.
Who is this?
This is an LGBTQ plus health center came in to talk to my high school students.
Nice.
They're just like passing around dildos, butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them, looking at them.
In the school?
In a classroom.
Wow.
Yeah. While I'm sitting there. Then we had a drag queen come in, pass out cookies and brownies and do photos. And
So amazing. And everybody's cool with that, like the butt plugs and the dildos. Nobody complains.
no,
I mean, if the parents found out, would they?
no, it's queer sex. This is the drag queen that came in,
What's her name?
Alexis Bevels,
Alexis Devil.
and just hung out in my classroom,
And was there?
or hung out in my office.
You have so much freedom and so much wiggle room.
So much freedom, so much money
I mean, having
to
lube
do
and
stuff.
trustees are okay with that too? They don't know.
They would. It's like I wouldn't even like run it by them. Like, why would I run it by them? They would be like, "Oh my god, that's wonderful."
Like,
Yeah.
how old were the kids with the classroom?
14, 18. They're like, "How does this butt plug work? How do we do how does this work?"
Right.
So yeah, that's a really cool part of my job.
So the kids are playing with dildos and butt plugs, right? And that's totally acceptable. Not only that, the superintendent and the principal apparently has came out and written letters in this guy's defense. And of course, they're trying to play the game with Veritas that it's selectively edited. The video there is selectively edited, so you don't have to sit through an hour. You know what I'm saying? This was the short version, but you can actually go watch the entire video, of course, at Project Veritas and see that it's not doctored or edited in the slightest other than for time. And basically it's like a highlight reel. He's trying to let you know what's really going on. But again, the unedited version you can watch at Project Veritas. Sick shit as they try to convince you it's a conspiracy theory. We're not coming for your children. You're just being biased, yada yada. This is yet but just one more example of the sick deviance that they're cramming in your children's head. Not only with the sexual, paraphernalia and whatnot, but obviously also showed pictures of the tranny story hour situation and just overall disgusting deviance, man. The gay marriage thing was a slippery slope that people were warned about. Again, you're called a bigot. You're just being what is it? Phobic, xenophobic, homophobic, tranophobic, whatever they want to call you at the time. But yet the proof is in the pudding, and since the approval of gay marriage, the slope has gotten slipperier, and it's done nothing but get more grotesque as time goes by. All right. Next subject. So Biden does not give two shits about the open, porous border. Not only by the fact that he hasn't sent his border czar to the actual border, or the fact that when asked about it, he plays it off as if it's no big deal. But recently he was here in Arizona to talk about a $56 billion investment in a chip company. Again, this is robbing, the taxpayers to pay for cronies and prop up businesses. This is going to be Solyndra 2.0. Or Enron, what have you. But basically, he was asked about it. Old Ducey asked him about, hey, are you going to visit the border? And I'll let you see his reply for yourself. Check this out.
At the border, because there's a more important thing going on. They're going to invest billions of dollars in a new enterprise.
Mr. President, the power outages in North Carolina.
I don't know.
Do you have any idea who's behind it?
No, we don't yet. I'm running that down. I got to brief this morning. I disagree.
Huh? It's more important than, I mean, if you could understand the mumble, you see, he said, there's more important things to do. They're investing $56 billion. We're investing $56 billion. I mean, because the government does not own any money, does not make money, and does not create money. All right, they are stealing from us. Regardless if they with the printers, you're still expected to pay that back. All right, there's nothing that the government does that doesn't come out of our pockets. Okay. So you guys, let me know. Let me know what you think. Tell me I'm bullshitting. You know the deal. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate everybody. Smell you later.
I was going to put him.
Idiots.